majestic, regal, known as Le Roi by his countrymen. He is footballing royalty. The man is, of course, Michel Platini.
Well, Peter, I don't think I've seen a better all-round attacking midfielder, certainly not in Europe. He is very close to being the perfect number 10. OK, people may say he lacks a little bit of stamina and defensive contribution, but for his attacking football and his ability to take in the landscape, there's no one better.
So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre-forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Mbappe, great defending, strong and determined. Manchester United have reclaimed it. Mbappe, now it's Mbappe. Rice for Kostic. He won't be happy with that one. No, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe. Platini goes steaming forward. Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Cruzeiro are looking to go forward now. Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Pass is just off target. Well, there's the clearance. He's got space here. Oh, it's not gone well. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Intercepts the throw. That's well read. In towards the back stick. And that should get the job done. Osimhen. Out to the right. That's a shade optimistic. And it's a corner. Manchester United have their second corner now. Decent enough try. Yamal, that has been cut short. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Kostic. Cruzeiro were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Mbappe. Bastoni takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, such a clever touch.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Alexander-Arnold. And Akanji. And he's gone searching crossfield. Mbappe. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Mbappe. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Now it's Kostic.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
And it's Kostic. And he's forced to go back. Approaching the half-hour mark. Kostic. Fernandez. Tries to play it through. And now they can clear their lines. The defender is not giving up on this. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Yamal, and he's managed to get free. Oh, super ball! And he's certainly on... And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. And Bastoni. Van Dijk. Albertini can see things, others simply cannot. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Kostic. Van Dijk. And it's Kostic. Rodri. Van Dijk. Rice. That has ended up in no man's land. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Nicely aimed pass. Mbappe. Kostic. Now Mbappe. That's a good run down the left. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Alexander-Arnold can get it clear. So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Scholes gets good distance on it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Osimhen. So it's going to be another corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He's got away. He's a sharp little ball here. Alexander-Arnold. Hangs one in. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Have to look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Back they go. Back into the middle. And here's Platini. Cross into the... A header! Oh, that is a great stop! Yamal. Scholes is always looking to break lines. Rice shifted it to the flank. And it's Kostic. That's an imaginative pass. Mbappe in acres of space out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Alexander-Arnold looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try...
Great chance! It's in! The breakthrough arrives at last! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Akanji. Now the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Mbappe, and a chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Alexander-Arnold. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Scholes chooses to go cross-field. Now Mbappe. Throw in. Van Dijk. Mbappe.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Kostic.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Fernandes gets it away. And here's Haaland. Played out wide. Kostic has it out wide and in space. They've played it short. Played in deep. Tries to get it clear.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Alexander-Arnold. Cleared away.
Cruzeiro really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Mbappe. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
Corner count is rising. That's 6.
Sai para a entrada do jogador
Alexander-Arnold goes short. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Fernandez. Over to the left.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Donatoni crosses it in. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Substituição.
It's a lucky 7th corner. Alexander-Arnold with the short one.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that was nowhere near his best. Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. Searching pass he's played there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a promising position. He's found a way through. Oh, he's been caught on, climbs up big. And yes, it's there! Cruzeiro are back on level terms. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Camisa 9.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Cruzeiro really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
And Van Nistelrooy! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this. All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there.
Camisa 21, camisa 2.
They've played it short. Goes for a shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And this is Ribery. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Zielinski making good progress on the right-hand side. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Van Nistelrooy! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Now it's Anthony. It's a good foot in there. Van Nistelrooy. Platini ploughing through the middle. And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, look at... Shot a goal! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
And that's it. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
So we're up and running. Well, there's little new to say about this man. Majestic, regal, known as Le Roi by his countrymen. He is footballing royalty. The man is, of course, Michel Platini.
Well, Peter, I don't think I've seen a better all-round attacking midfielder. Certainly not in Europe. He is very close to being the perfect number 10. OK, people may say he lacks a little bit of stamina and defensive contribution, but for his attacking football and his ability to take in the landscape, there's no one better.
Robertson just loves to go forward whenever he can. Kane thinks about the shot, and he's there to belt it away. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Now it's Osimhen. Fernandez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Donnarumma getting this one clear. Osimhen. Now it's Osimhen. And the cutback, and the shot! Goal! Manchester United! The breakthrough strike! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
It's great composure. He kept his eye on the ball until the last possible moment and then smashed. No stopping that.
Platini! Platini! Platini!
So, a breakthrough already. Can he get on the end of this? He's got away. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Nice looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. And he can clear it away. Son Heung-min, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Stood up well to him there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe! Oh, shooting chance! Oh, taken with style! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And a chance! Yes! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Platini!
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do.
Shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Alexander-Arnold, approaching the half-hour mark. And it's Kane, distributed tidily. Now that looks a decent ball. Bastoni gets rid without sophistication. Son Heung-min pinches it off him. Mbappe has given away a free kick. And it's Camavinga. Madrid finding their passes. He's found a way through. Big chance! And yes, it's there! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So is this the start of a comeback? And it's dealt with by the out-rushing keeper. Looking to play him in. Throw it. Manchester United looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Valverde. Great vision. Always onto this. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Robertson clears it away. Valverde. Aims beyond the defence. And this is Ronaldo. Chance, surely! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
He's had it nicked away. Camavinga has created one goal already. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Added time.
Tries to get it clear. That's the throw. Camavinga just eases him off the ball. Looking for options for movement. Well read, nice interception. Donnarumma is there to clear. And that'll be the final action of the first half.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Manchester United are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we're underway again. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. This looks promising. Oh, he's through, it's 1-0, chance for a shot! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
The look of disbelief on the faces of his teammates, I don't need to add to it.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. And he's managed to get free. That is good alertness. Valverde. For Messi. Looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Robertson with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Osimhen. Great defending, strong and determined. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Osimhen. He's one-on-one! Real chance! Really well-taken goal. And they are cruising away. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Manchester United grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Can he get it through?
There they go, hunting again.
Donatoni. Alexander-Arnold goes short, and he's cleared it out of harm's way. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here, much more in your face.
Look, if they want to shut down the threat, he's a very good place to start.
Oh, well measured. It's a throw-in. Camavinga, over to the other side, Messi. Played up towards the front line, now it's Fernandes. It's a pretty loose pass. Kubasi. Oh, it's a promising build-up this, plenty of really nice passing. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Now, this could be a chance. Kubasi. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He can run onto that. He's had a shot! No mistake! Catching them now! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Manchester United are having a ball here. And it's Son Heung-min. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Valverde. Mbappe. Kubasi. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now that's well seen too.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Madrid making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And that could set him on his way. It's Kane! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He's picked his way through. Kane! It's loose now. In goal! Offside.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. There could be trouble here. Great chance! They've scored! Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Al-Kubasi spots it and intercepts. Albertini puts his foot on the gas. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Dani Olmo. And here's Osimhen. Oh, the ball's shot at goal! He scored! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 10.
Final checks on the touchline. A change
Number
about to
7,
occur.
Fernandez.
It's become a case of men against
Number
boys.
20, Donadoni. Number 45, Osimhen. Coming on the field.
Now it's Mbappe.
Number 8,
Oh, that's well spotted.
Kukcu. Number
Well, a
18,
glitch with the rangefinder there,
Messi.
and
Number
evident
13,
annoyance.
He made it look a bit
Number
predictable.
15. 6 added minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Kubasi to Messi. Not the most accurate pass. What a throw in. Albertini gets across and deals with it. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Alexander-Arnold clears it away. Oh, it's come loose. He's had it taken off him. Dani Olmo. Might be danger here. Kane! And that may well be that. That is that. Manchester United really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Manchester United definitely impressing me here, especially
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Well, there's little new to say about this man. Majestic, regal, known as Le Roi by his countrymen. He is footballing royalty. The man is, of course, Michel Platini.
Well, Peter, I don't think I've seen a better all-round attacking midfielder. Certainly not in Europe. He is very close to being the perfect number 10. OK, people may say he lacks a little bit of stamina and defensive contribution, but for his attacking football and his ability to take in the landscape, there's no one better.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, no joy this time. Szoboszlai. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Looking for a runner. Camavinga. Szoboszlai. And it's Camavinga. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Has a shot! And that certainly packs a punch. Tries to play it through. That's the keeper's ball. Bastoni cuts it out. He's in a great position here. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Manchester United still without a single shot on target. Deep cross. And Albertini! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Fernandez gets a cross in. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Olmo. He can get that clear. And back to the keeper. Jimenez.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, Red, nice interception. Played into space. That is good alertness. That has been knocked clear.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Fernandez. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Fernandez. And it's hoisted clear. Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Messi.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He is through here. Mbappe ploughing through the... Tries a shot! He's delivered all right! How very smart. He just got it right.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Tries to get it clear. Albertini. Mbappe. Luis Skelly. And Dani Olmo. That's a cute ball. And it's Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. And we hit half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And they're back on the ball again. And here's Osimhen. Mbappe. Decent chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, can they get him away? Dani Olmo, pass is coming off in quick succession here. Gets a good foot in there. Tries to pass it through, and that could set him on his way. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Mbappe! Caught offside that time. Fernandes. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Fernandes. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Fernandes. And that has put paid to that.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's really well cleared. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Fernandes gets into some space. Van Dijk with the clearance. Played it again. That is a brilliant interception. Messi.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Deftly away. Alexander-Arnold. Dani Olmo. Oh, nicely intercepted. Fernandes. Dani Olmo going face-to-face with his great rival, and he's got the beating of his man.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Fernandes. Threads one in, thinks about the shot, and they've got rid. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Cambio de jugadores.
He's found a way through. Played into space out wide. Albertini. Manchester United still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And this is Messi. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Donatoni. Chance to deliver. Nice interception, well timed. Chance here to counter. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And this is Van Nistelrooy. He's played it back. Szoboszlai. Van Dijk. Manchester United are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah,
He's gone for goal!
that's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, it's come loose. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Szoboszlai. Well, that's well spotted. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And this is Messi. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, it's hit the post. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 6, el dorsal 18 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 2, el dorsal 44.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Donatoni. Gets to show off his quick feet. Messi. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Onana. Lewis Skelly. Van Dijk. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with